Sarah and Fisher had had brought people in, had brought in, well, your terminology, I guess, right now is Afro-Americans from the South to work in their brickyards. When they shut down the brickyards, they moved them out. And some of those people had lived over in the area of the St. Stan's Church, over in that area. And like those houses now that they call, all the houses were together, one after the other. But some of those people did move into South River, I think, too. But a lot of them just moved back south. I don't think your Germans came in as workers in Sarah and Fisher. I think they were more the Polish immigrants. At least the actual people who worked. You would have truck drivers and whatever that would be different also. But no, they. And then, as I said, as they do now, one family helped another family, and the first thing you know, you've got everybody here. There's a job for you, And I don't think we were quite as stringent in bringing immigrants in as they are now. Well, they built their own church. You have St. Stan's. St. Stan's has been in existence primarily as long as Our Lady of Victories, and Our Lady of Victories is 120 some years. So I don't remember any kind of feeling of difference. Families lived differently within their homes. They had different food. But as far as being in school, you were you, and that you had all these names, and that was it. I don't remember any kind of bias, shall I say? Not within the school system. Now, whether it was at work, I don't know. I guess everybody was in the same boat. Let's put it that way. No one had very much. I think you had the labels of the different areas. I don't know that it affected you as an individual. It was just, well, that's where you lived. In fact, if you were to talk about where I lived, everybody across the street later on, well, no, I'll take that back. Some were Polish and some were German. And you were happy with all of it. No question about that. I think in public, people try to speak English. I think within the homes, sometimes, because in many instances you had more than one generation in a house, you would find different. I have one of my neighbors, who is really 20 years younger than I am, had to grow up in her grandparents' house for reasons. Her mother had to move back. The grandparents there, who were really responsible for her along with her mother, never spoke English. So she knows a lot of Polish because she was exposed to it all the time. It wasn't necessarily what she wanted, but that was it. They insisted, that she and her uncles with whom she was living also would speak English, but to one another, she said it was always Polish.